ecosystems are becoming increasingly relevant in practice. And personally, I believe that this is mostly because of the underlying idea of an ecosystem. You want to create an innovation that you could not create in isolation by involving partners. And this, of course, allows you to enter novel fields of business, to differentiate, and to do so without building up everything in-house. And given that relevance in practice, we can also observe a growing number of publications in literature on that very topic. And this also motivated us to, around 4 years ago, to start doing research as a research group on that very topic. And one of the first questions that we were confronted with by practitioners was a very simple one. Ecosystem managers asked us, okay, we have the mission to build up an ecosystem, but how does that future ecosystem look like? Is it a single orchestrator one, or are there several orchestrators involved? Do we have a couple of partners or just a few of them? And are these tightly interlinked, or is it more a loosely coupled network of actors? And of course, this is a very interesting and very important question for an ecosystem manager, for a practitioner, because it helps them to define the target picture, but also to do expectation management towards their fellow co-workers and most of all towards their top management. And of course, it's also the foundation for building up ecosystems. And at the same time, from a researcher perspective, it's also a very relevant question for literature, because an ecosystem per definition is the alignment structure of a set of actors towards a value proposition. And all these aspects that I was just mentioning, number of actors, how tightly or loosely they're connected with, or the number of orchestrators, these are all elements of ecosystem design and ecosystem structure. And if the ecosystem structure is at the very heart of the ecosystem concept, we could expect a bunch of papers and literature focusing on that very topic, but surprisingly, we couldn't. So we decided to conduct a research by ourselves. We looked at 10 cases, and we found out that the alignment structure of the ecosystem and its design is mainly driven by two contingencies: the knowledge and the experience and the network of the initial orchestrator, as well as the uncertainty in the environment. And based on these two contingencies, we can find 4 different archetypes of ecosystems, and they all differ in terms of number of actors, how tightly or loosely they are coupled, as well as the orchestration setting. And we believe that this is a very relevant work for practice, because it really helps practitioners to define the future blueprint, the target picture of the ecosystem. But given the importance of the ecosystem design and structure for the ecosystem concept, we also believe that we can have a significant contribution to literature. And this is why we hope that you enjoy reading The Ecosystem Blueprint, written by myself, Bernhard Lingens, as well as my co-authors, Lukas Mihi and Oliver Gassmann. Thank you very much.